getting into game one of our next best of three. This is a semifinals. Spawning in the lower right-hand corner is our last player of the Americas in this Americas EPT Cup. It is Max Angel Astrea. Perfect timing for that yeehaw alert. Thank you so much, Jugger J, for the raid. Much love to you, buddy. Jason playing a wonderful match in a round of 8 against Max Bags. But now, we have our PVZ in the upper left-hand corner. The Zerg player for Talon, it is Dark. On a bit of a run right now. I mean, seeing Dark get to the semifinals of an EPT Cup is not too crazy. But I'm excited for this one. Astrea and Dark usually give us a very good match. But Dark just, man, he just dominated Trigger in that last match. The thing about Dark is I feel like if he's gonna win, it's gonna look super one-sided most of the time. But he certainly has some weaknesses. Astrea has found them before, could find them again. We have a cat treat redemption from Harrow the Ninth. I will say, Officer Bagel just ate dinner. So I'm gonna give him a little bit. If there's a gap before the finals, I'll give him some treats if we have a minute, which we should. We should have a minute before the finals. I'll give him some treats, at least while the players veto. I have a feeling this match is gonna take a little bit longer than Gumiho Max Packs for some reason. I feel like this one's going to go longer. We'll see, though. Dark does sometimes give us just lots of roaches. I'm going to run across the map and kill you. And even if it doesn't work, the games might not take that long. Astrea blocking the third base of Dark, putting down a pylon even to make sure that base stays blocked. Wow, wow, wow. But Dark not doing anything cheeky so far. It's like he's just going to take the other third, but maybe this is going to play into Astrea's hand. I don't know how, but maybe it is. This third has a very close high ground that can be difficult to defend from. Honestly, a little surprised that Dark didn't just go take this one after. He wanted that third base earlier very badly. And Astrea, oh, I didn't even realize he opened up double gate. Oh, that's very interesting. No other tech so far from Astrea. He's just going to head across with a couple of Adepts. I'm just following it up with Stalker Sentry, but still a possibility for damage here. Link speed is done, though. So Dark is pretty well positioned to defend from those Adepts. Astrea's going to take this base. Handful of Links coming over, but the Adepts are here to deflect. However, with no Stargate, it's very interesting. If Dark had committed a little bit harder to Lings, he absolutely gets forces to cancel on this base. But I don't think he necessarily knows it's no Oracle until about now. Now's about the time where you start thinking, I've not seen an Oracle yet. Dark just going for 5 roaches. I actually don't hate this for Astrea. Oh my god, he's going for a Dark Shrine. Ooh, this is spicy. And look, the shield battery on the high ground, too. I love the shield battery on the high ground here. The double shield battery. Has Astrea gotten vision of this? Oh, he did. He saw the Roach Warren because he has a hallucinated Phoenix from the Sentry, of course. He's got great scouting. So he has an idea that there's stuff coming. He's trying to get set up for it. I like the Dark Shrine here. He's not getting any upgrades on this just yet, delaying that blink a bit to make sure he can get some more units warped in. He has a lot of Adepts. But like, it's not a huge Roach Ravager count here, so the Adepts I think are going to be very good. Astraea's got a 3rd shield battery up and running now. His Dark Shrine is almost done. A couple more Stalkers getting warped in here. The Adepts going to send that Shade forward, but I don't think they're going to complete it. Do we have an overcharge on the shield battery? Not just yet from Astrea. Maybe he wants to use up all that energy first. No overcharge still. Where's the overcharge? There it is. Oh, but the piles landing on some of these units. But with the overcharge, Dark is going to back up. And now the Dark Shrine is done. We have 2 DTs warping in on this side of the map. Astrea more focused on defense, not going to send him across the map. There's no lair. The lair just started, which means there's no way Dark can stick around. He could try to trim off these units, though. These units have to be a little bit careful. But more Lings running in and just dying. The DTs will push this back. Dark, he wants to hit him on the backside just in case Astrea pushes out too far. Oh, Astrea wants to take another base. Ooh, Dark. Dark, he didn't see it. He is going to get into the 3rd. But the shield batteries will help keep these units alive. The DTs are here. I think some Adepts might have kept going across the map. Yeah, there's a few Adepts up here looking for a way in, but there's no 4th base for Dark yet. Astrea's 4th base is going up before Dark's. Dark is trying to build a lair, and then I think he's just going to build an Overseer and go again. He does have some more drones coming out, but I feel like he's still just going to go all in after this. And Astrea is expecting him to expand in macro. The 3 Adepts not going to finish that Shade. They see more units. I mean, 6 more drones coming out. Spire going down for Dark, but still no 4th base. Astrea might be putting himself in a great spot here. It's tough to tell. There's still a chance for Dark to get him with these early game units. He is going to catch those Adepts with the Lings, but the longer Dark waits, the better this is for Astrea. The Spire, Astrea already has, I mean, this army is so anti-Muta, and if Astrea just keeps this momentum going economically, Dark's 4th base. Hey, yeah. It's so much later than Astrea's. And with Blink Stalkers already out, with Archons already being made, Dark's in a tight spot. And now he's being attacked, which is, this is a terrible timing for Dark to be attacked because he can't even start up the mutas. Now he's going to start 11 of them anyways. Oh, man. That's such a bold move when you're being hit like this. But Astrea is not going to commit with these Stalkers. If Dark goes heavy on mutas, Stalkers can have a tough time against. Astrea's just warping in more Stalkers, dude. This is so bad for Dark. 28 Stalkers. The mutas obviously can move around. They can counterattack. But, I mean, I think if they do, Astrea can just dive in, right? He's going to pull back. Astrea's got to just feel good about this position. He's ahead so many workers. The base count is even. It's just Lings and Roaches coming out of Dark other than those mutas. The mutas are flying around the bottom right now. +1 has started up for them, so Dark could commit to these if he feels it's the way to go. The Stalkers are so close to this base. Astrea, I mean, he's in a good position to defend. That being said, I think this is the first he knows about these mutas at all. So he doesn't have any static defense going on, and he doesn't have a lot of warp-ins right now. One muta or one Stalker warps in. Already 7 probes going down. Astrea is still ahead on workers, though. So even as these probes are dying, Astrea has had an economic lead for so long that this is Dark, like, evening things up, basically. I don't think he's lost any mutas yet somehow, though. But the War Prism on the other side of the map is going to warp in a bunch of Zealots. They're slow Zealots. But to be honest with you, they do just fine against Zerglings. So it's just going to be trading with a bunch of Lings. The mutas are coming back to defend this, though, and they will actually kill that War Prism, even with the recall. But this just pulls all the pressure off of Astrea's side of the map, allowing potentially cannons to go up, shield batteries, static defense, things like that. And Astrea's just not taking any damage at this point. He's getting into Colossi. I don't know if I love Colossi here for Astrea. Because, like, 3 Corruptors, I don't know, I guess Dark doesn't really have the economy to go heavy into Corruptors right now. Also worth noting, Dark's ground army, 0 upgrades. Meanwhile, Astrea's got +2 about to finish, and he's got +1 armor halfway done. So Astrea's about to have a 2 upgrade lead on all the units except the mutas, but Dark does have 28 mutas. He has committed to mutas, and this is suddenly making this Colossus feel kind of silly. We see double Stargate going down for Astrea because he realizes that Dark has committed to the mutas. These mutas are scary right now. The Stalkers need to be all together. I would not hate to see a couple more Archons get made in this situation. Astrea pushing the ground army away. Oop, that observer there was really nice for Astrea. It does go down, but it sees what it needs to see. Now, Phoenixes are on the way out. If the Phoenix count gets up to like 10 or 12, mutas basically will never work. But in the meantime, Dark has been cruising up at 75 to 80 workers. He's got a 6th base on the way and a 5th base already up and running. The mutas are going to dive in here now with 3 cannons, excuse me, and the Stalkers blinking forward. These mutas, you have to be a bit careful. But more mutas on the way. I don't think Dark has realized there's double Stargate here. Oh, Colossus is going to get hit, but it's really the Stalkers that are in the fight. It's just kind of a fun back and forth. A lot of mutas falling, but a lot of the Stalkers are falling as well. More going to have to get warped in here for Astrea as he is blinking them backwards in this fight. But he's up to 3-4 Phoenixes. Still needs to keep those pumping out. But he's so low on money right now. He needs gas, and actually these gases getting killed here is really hurting him. 31 mutas to 39 Stalkers right now. The muta count keeps on growing. There's more Stalkers over here. There's an Archon as well that Dark needs to be careful of. Yes, the mutas can kill the Archon very quickly, but if they don't kill it very quickly, it can do a lot of splash damage. I'm shocked it's only the 1 Archon, but I guess Astrea really is hard up on money right now. Would not hate to see a Zealot run by just because he has so many minerals he can't spend. 2 more cannons going to get gunned down here. The Phoenix count, though, up to 6. Anian Pulse Crystals is almost done, which gives them an extra range, and +1 is almost done, which will put him in a decent spot in this fight against the mutas. Still got to be very careful right now, though. This muta count is so high. If he gets 1 shot off on the Phoenixes, down goes 1 Phoenix. Stalkers will come in here to help him out. That +1 range is going to help him out a lot now, but the Phoenixes fly through the flock of mutas. Stray needs to be so careful. But he's taking out a lot of these Stalkers. In the meantime, there's still an army down here dealing with the ground force that was trying to come in. Remember, these units are unupgraded. They are just getting demolished by this ground force. And in the meantime, the muta count has dropped to 15, 14 even, as that cannon gets 1 more kill. And I think Astrea has put himself in maybe too good of a spot here. 34 mutas, Jesus Christ. Dark just going all in on the mutas, but Astrea, he's smart, man. He's still building Phoenixes. He's still building Stalkers. The Lings are going to come in now with the mutas and try to take this out. Where are the Phoenixes? They need to be here and helping out in this fight. And there they are, and that is going to be GG. Astrea takes game number 1. Holding off the attack with the DTs. Massive brain move. I love it so much. And then off the back of that, just putting himself in such a great spot. Taking that 4th when he did was so bold and almost didn't work out for him. But that's all it takes sometimes in a game, is just like a little thing going your way. The Lings just missing the pylon and the Nexus. But then Astrea playing it beautifully. Dark going into the mutas, like mass muta like that can be very scary. And in a lot of situations, Astrea there goes with a bunch of charge lots, right? Maybe he's got a bunch of charge lots. He's trying to get into like disruptors, colossi, things like that. He was getting into colossi. But the fact that he was just on like pure blink Stalker and then very quickly realized that Dark was committing to the mutas and he respected it. double Stargate, straight to the Fleet Beacon. We're chrono boosting out Phoenixes. We got cannons at our fringe bases, you know, just helping to protect the outside. And Dark, who was economically behind before those mutas, found himself in a tough spot, like overcoming the amount of stalkers that were already there. And then because Astrea was so quick on it, getting out Phoenixes takes a long time. Getting from no Stargate to any Impulse Crystals takes a long time. He needed to be snappy on it, and he absolutely was. We saw Dark was really struggling with spending money on anything else there. He had no ground upgrades. So he just had these like Roaches, Ravagers, and Lings that were basically useless. Basically useless. Well, let's get into game number 2 here. We're on Site Delta and see if he can take the 2-0 victory. He's on match point in the upper left-hand corner. It is Astrea, our American representation in this bracket in this top 4. Currently teamless, I believe. He was on Matcherino, but I think his contract with Matcherino ended, if I'm not mistaken. So now, doesn't have a team. We got to get Astrea on a team, boys. In the lower right-hand corner, he was picked up by a big team pretty recently. One of those cool pickups we've seen lately. It is Talon's Dark. Yeah, was a funny moment in the last game where, like, he lost a bunch of mutas, didn't have much, and I saw his supply jump up, but I didn't have the production tab open. I was not expecting it to be 20 mutas that were made. But again, his ground army didn't have upgrades. There's no ground army that Dark could have made at that point in the game that would have beaten Astrea's army. The mutas are the best shot, right? Muta's the best shot. Oh! Dark tried to go for the block, the hatch block on the Nexus. Whoa, buddy. He was going to go for it. But Astrea gets that Nexus down. Did not even realize there's a drone running around. Dark's going to go ahead and steal his gas. Yeah? Okay. Well, I mean, this is annoying for Astrea, but I don't know if it's annoying enough to be worth it. Dark's going to take a third, too, so he's not... Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, this limits Astrea's build options, right? If he wants to go Stargate, it's going to be much later. What is this wall, also, Astrea? Like, what are we doing here with this wall? So the Zealot can fit here, or the Adept, I guess, can fit here. I'm not a big fan of this wall. I don't like a wall with a pylon in it. I will say, we don't see Baneling Bust very often. But if there's any top-level Zerg that I'd be worried is going to hit me with a Bane Bust because he sees a pylon in my wall, it's Dark. If there is any Zerg out there that goes, oh, I'm Bane Busting. Oh, I guess I'm Bane Busting this game. Well, it wasn't my plan, but I'm going to switch to a Bane Bust. I feel like it's Dark. Again, not super, something we see super often these days. Bane Busts are pretty rare. I don't know, man. It is Dark. And again, Astrea's his build options are pretty nerfed right now. He doesn't have a lot he can do. But he is proxying a gateway. And this is absolutely maybe the last thing I would expect. Like, there's no world in which I could predict Astrea doing this. But, like, also, stealing the Protoss's gas. I don't know, dude. And, like, what are the chances that Dark scouts this? He could send this Overlord forward. This pillar is actually kind of a nice spot to put the Overlord. The Lings are going to run around this side. Are they going to spot it over here? It doesn't look like it. That vision's pretty far away. There's nothing in the wall. Uh-oh, the Adepts have left, and the Overlord is spotted that the Lings could just go in. In fact, the Lings are going to just go in. Now, there are 5 Adepts going to the other side of the map. Link speed is done, though. This Stalker trying to get joined up. But these Lings got to get a lot of damage done because Astrea has a high potential for damage over here. There's a lot more Lings on the way. Oh, I think Astrea's got to be careful. 2 probes going down. The Stalker will fall to those last couple of Lings. The Adepts are going to shade in and start targeting down some drones, but there's a lot of Lings here. And these Adepts do not have glaives. These are just regular old Adepts. They're going to target down a couple more drones before shading out and dying immediately. Astrea goes for the recall, but it does not work. Probe is going to finish off this gas geyser. There it goes. Oh my god, a regen just in time. Still, though. Got the 1 kill. But Astrea doesn't really have much right now. He's got a couple of Adepts over here. Dark still doesn't know about this proxy gate, so kind of cute. Oh, but he's going to find it right now. There he is. These 2 Adepts are going to do their best to just stay alive for a little bit. Trade out well against these Lings. Overlord gets killed. Astrea's got the Warp Prism. But he is going to lose one of his gates. I think he's only got 2 gates right now. So not a lot of warping potential for Astrea. And this is all Lings. No Banelings here for Dark. But he does have a Roach Warren. 6 Overlords popping. He's on 40 drones. Oh, I was ready for a bunch of units to start up there. But he decides to drone a little more and go into a lair. Okay, Dark's going to macro. Feeling good about his position in terms of macro because there's no 3rd yet for the Protoss. Oh, double Stargate for Astrea? Oh, I think Astrea fully thinks this is Mutas again. He's going to try to send the shades around here and see what he can see. He sees no lair just yet. And you know what? Dark might be thinking about going into Mutas. Right? It looked like he was about to build a bunch of roaches, but he decided, no, I'm going to go lair, drone up a little bit. Ooh, man, 1 hit point on that Prism. Does save 1 of the Adepts, and 4 drones went down. Anything Astrea can get right now is good, because he does not have a 3rd. Oh, he was getting so ready for the anti-roach, too. Look at him building 2 Phoenixes at a time. Astrea is going for the Hail Mary that he's making the right call here. Lings are going to come in. It looks like there's just enough here for Astrea to hold on against that amount of Lings. Got to be careful, though. He's got to keep everything grouped up. The Lings start separating some of these units off. They will absolutely get some kills. Astrea's going to take a 3rd. Got Roach Speed on the way. Dark, though. No Spire. No Spire. He's not falling into the trap that Astrea is setting for him. And now, Astrea... Oh, my God. There it is. What? No, dude. Did Astrea just make this call? I mean, that's insane. That's a call and a half right there. This is... Dark has been playing Muta against Astrea a bunch recently is what that is. Oh my god. I actually cannot believe it. Because I saw the lair finish and I was like, nah, there's no Spire. He's just starting up Roach upgrades. Doesn't look like it's going to be Muta. And then immediately... Oh my god, the Overseer's not going to get in either. That's so insane. And Astrea's going straight up to like 8 Phoenixes. The thing is, if Dark just goes like Mass Roach Ravager here, I feel like this is terrible. But he's not. Oh, and, well, hold on. Dark canceled his +1 missile attacks? That was like halfway done. He starts up +1 melee, but he's still building a bunch of roaches. He's worried about a ground attack. Dark is so absolutely not thinking about the fact that there could be 10 Phoenixes on the other side of the map right now. This is so insane. The Spire is done, but Dark is not making Mutas. I think Dark is confused. I think he's trying to figure out what the hell is going on right now. He's going to see the hallucinated Phoenix come in. I mean, there's no charge. There's no blink. Astrea is like all in on Phoenixes being the answer. I mean, listen. Phoenixes are not terrible in a fight in some situations. But, like, I think Dark is just about to roll Astrea. I don't know, man. If the Phoenixes were out here just killing Ravagers right now, I might believe. There is 1 shield battery at this base. This game is insane. Look at the surround, dude. And where are the Phoenixes? Where's all that army supply in Phoenixes as the vials rain down? The Phoenixes are going to come in here and try to clean everything up. They can kill a lot of these Ravagers, but I think it's too late. The ground army of Astrea is dead. He literally has only Phoenixes and the one Immortal in this wall, which isn't even close enough to be healed by the shield battery. No. Oh, that's just got to be it. The Phoenixes from Astrea, he was counting on Dark going Mass Muta, and he was close. The Spire was there, but Dark decided, I think Ling Roach Ravager and I can just kill you. The Phoenixes are doing a great job cleaning this up, but it just doesn't matter. There's 12 Corruptors on the way. I mean, this game can get really weird. If Astrea didn't just lose every single one of his probes, I might start to believe. But GG gets called as the reinforcement Lings come in, and Dark will tie the series up. What a wild, wild Hail Mary from Astrea. That I just swear to God it almost worked. That's just so funny. The man's got wrinkles for sure, dude. His brain is so wrinkly. I got so excited. That maybe. It would have been so funny if Dark just built like 10 mutas, started up +1. God, if only. Dark is one of those players though that he'll start something like a Spire and then realize, actually I think I can do something else. But like he lets the Spire finish, so why not? And had that game continued, the Spire would have been very useful. We already saw 12 Corruptors on the production tab, so that the Phoenixes couldn't just get free damage. But all right. We're going to game 3 now. We're going to hard lead. The hardest of leads. No soft lead here. Let's hop on in. Join our players on this map number 3. In a very close series. So far, a very fun series. I'm really enjoying this one. These guys always give us a good time. In the lower right-hand corner, we have Astrea. Took game 1, but then his opponent will take that game number 2. It is Dark. I was trying to think of how that game started. It started with Dark trying to hatch block the Nexus. And then instead, because he wasn't able to, taking the Gas Geyser, which put Astrea in a weird spot. And Astrea decided, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to go for a proxy gate and just try to hit you with some Adepts early. Then Dark got in with the Lings. It was just this like crazy battle of wits. And now this time Dark is going to get the hatch block down. Wait. Oh, it's not a block. It's a proxy. Oh, dude. This is what's up. This is what is up. It's not a pool first proxy either. So Dark, this build looks very normal right now for Astrea, right? It's very normal, except for this drone coming back. It's going to be the least normal thing in the world. Is Astrea going to check the third? Yeah, he is going to check the third. Oh, no! Oh, he cancels it. He cancels the scout. He decides to check the other third? Oh, please, Astrea. You need to see that there's no base there. You need to see that. Oh, he sees the hatch. He sees the hatch. For some reason, the probe went out, and he sees the hatch. He's going to hit it. He starts up a Zealot. He's got a Nexus on the way, though. Playing with fire here. Now, of course, Dark, he could send some drones out for Spine Crawlers. That's exactly what he's going to do. That is the plan here. Spine Crawler rushing Astrea. Ooh, the Forge from Astrea. Okay. counter the spine crawlers with some cannons. Can help hold down the fort. See the first spine crawler go down. Queens and Lings on the way. The Zealot checking out that spine crawler situation. Those Lings are just there to buy time. A couple more Lings popping out. Now the Adept is here as well. Adepts and Zealots, not the best against spine crawlers, but it will force one to cancel. The Queen is out now. They're going to start targeting down the second one. Zealot starts running out, but it will get caught and killed. Shield battery is done. Astrea going to put down a couple cannons. Won't really help against the spine crawlers too much, but it will help against the Lings. Oh, and those Adepts, they're going to kill that creep tumor, but they're going to get caught by the Lings. No, they get back to the shield battery in time, just barely. So far, I'm liking this defense from Astrea. It's only one spine crawler up, and it's got a little bit of damage on it, but as I say, that a second one does pop as well. And Dark is going to move these guys into position. I'm surprised Astrea isn't trying to hit that one a little bit more. But it looks like he's just going to pull back and let stuff die. I don't think the Cybercore is going to be able to finish Warp Gate. It means he's going to need a new Cybercore in the main. Or I guess a backup wall. Could try to heal with the shield battery. He is going to try to heal with the shield battery. The Adepts are going to dive forward as well. That is going to let Warp Gate finish, it looks like. But one Adept will fall for it. Whew, man, he just barely gets that done. Cybercore will fall. Does mean it's only Zealots that can warp in, and he's only got one gateway. Also, no more shield batteries can go down without a Cybercore. The problem is this Forge is also going to be in range of these cannons very soon. Or the spine crawlers very soon. There are a lot of Lings planning on coming in. But the cannons and shield battery is going to be pretty good against the Lings. The real problem for Astrea is he doesn't have any production. And the Forge is starting to get hit already. I feel like he needs to build another gateway in the main. One pylon is powering. Actually, you know what? It has friends on both sides. I lied. It's not powering anything. I mean, this is the helper pylon now. Two Spine's gonna try to move in range of this cannon. But they're both getting hit here. Shade's going out to help give some vision. It looks like one Spine is gonna fall. The other one, I think, can hit the cannon without being hit. No, it will be hit. And it's got shield battery help. Oh, baby! But the triple Overlord drop into the main with Lings and Banes. The Lings and Banes drop mainly in the main. And Astrea is just not prepared for this at all. As the Lings and Banes run in. The probe's trying to leave, but uh-oh. Uh-oh. Banelings, ooh, doesn't quite get the connection. But the main is it's just forfeit now. And that's where all the new gates were coming down. Oh, man. Cancels on the gates. And this main is just fully dead. Astrea is knocked down to one base. Granted, Dark is only on one base as well. But it looks like Dark's going to take a base after getting this kill. Is this double Stargate going down on the low ground? Astrea. He's a maniac. No new gate, no new Cybercore, drops double Stargate. What a hero, dude. What a hero. You know what kills everything that Dark has? It's like 4 Void Rays. I mean, there's so many cannons here. This would be very tough for Dark to crack right now. He is making more Banes. And if he hits from multiple sides, it's going to be a tough time for Astrea. However, Jesus Christ. Sorry. Oh, here he comes. Baneling's coming in. There's a Bane drop on the back as well. Can they crash through the static defense? Some of the cannons and shield batteries are going down. 9 probes fall. There's still plenty of probes left alive and a good amount of cannons, but not a lot of healing for them. Only 1 shield battery left alive. Astrea might need to just try to wall this to help out if that comes back in. However, Void Rays are starting to pop. Sorry, something fell. in the middle of that happening. It's just too much excitement. There's so much excitement, it's knocking things off the wall. 2 Void Rays are out, and these Void Rays can do a lot here. Oh my god, he's trying to spread some creep. The creep tumor does get killed, though, thankfully for Astrea. Targets that down. Queen will not win that fight. But Dark isn't super worried about this. He's droning and queening back at home. He's got a lair. Double Oracle is on the way. I do like that as well. It's going to give him vision. Astrea does not have anything else that can do any damage here. He's got one. Let's take a look. Let's take stock. He has 1 sentry, and now he's got 2 voids, and soonish to be 2 oracles. But he finally has a gate, a cybercore, now on the way, a robo. So he is getting his production back up. It's a weird game. This is a weird position. The Void Rays are going to try to chase these queens. A 3rd queen is coming in, though. One of these voids getting very low. Looks like 1 queen will fall. Oop. Finishes it off. Takes a little bit of hull damage for that, but gets the queen at least. Hydra Den immediately for Dark, because he knows that there's not a lot of production here for Astrea, who cancels his robo. He does have the Oracle sharking around. I mean, Astrea's ahead in supply, which is hilarious. It's 2 bases to 2. If Dark goes 2 base Hydra against 2 base Stargate, the Hydras can win. However, let's not forget that if Dark tries to attack, Astrea has 8 cannons here and could obviously reinforce this with other stuff. Triple Oracle is going to hit the main and get 6-7 worker kills. All 3 Oracles stay alive. I do not think Astrea has spotted. Oh, he has spotted the Hydra Den. This is kind of big right now. I actually do not hate Astrea's position here. As weird as it is, I kind of like Astrea's position here. Like, cannons and shield batteries? Granted, he needs to kill everything over here. There's so much creep spread. But there's an observer coming out now. The Robo Bay is on the way. Will it be done in time? Dark's taking a 3rd. I mean, he is taking a hidden base as well, which is a strange choice, but I don't hate it. It's weird. I still think Astrea's in a better spot here, guys. This is Dark, so he can make things happen, but like, Dark attacking into this, it wouldn't be wise. There's too much static defense here. Astrea wants to like take this Nexus. It's just gonna be like 100 years before he can do that. He needs to not be trying to kill these. Gonna go clear the creep over here so he can take his base. Dark has Hydras out, but right now they're basically just defensive. I think he can do anything with 7 Hydras. He's making more, but double Colossus production from Astrea. And this is why I like Astrea's position better. By the time Dark gets across the map, Astrea should have 4 Colossi and Thermal Lands done. I don't think Dark is going to move out before then. And with these Oracles, Astrea's keeping an eye on things. He's going to tag the Hydras. I like this position. The one thing is that Astrea doesn't know about this base. He's clearing the creep right now, but he's focused on that. He's focused on keeping an eye on his opponent. He's not thinking about a hidden base, because Zergs don't make hidden bases. But Dark is not a Zerg. Dark is a Dark. And Dark has realized this game is going to end with a Hydra push, so he's going to drop the Infestation Pit. Ooh, the Hydras do chase these Void Rays back. Actually, a bunch of Hydras have been caught here. I think Dark is just going to retreat with these Hydras. Yeah, it's interesting. You don't have vision of units that are stasis trapped. I would have thought that would give vision, but I guess not. I guess once it's been triggered, you don't get the vision anymore. I mean, Dark's base is still up and running. It's not doing a lot, but it is doing something. I love how he builds a Spore Crawler there. Like, if one Oracle finds this, the base is dead. So, it seems kind of silly, but Oracles are going to head back into the main base. There is double Spore Crawler here, but he can at least see that a Hive is on the way. Oh, and he's going to grab a Queen. Nope, doesn't quite get it. Sees the Lurker Den, though, and he's going to force a cancel, and that actually straight up kills it, unfortunately. And now, Dark is like, uh-oh, this is 4 Colossi. They have no ground units to protect them except for the Guardian Shield from the Sentry. But they do have some Void Ray friends. Ooh, Circle's going to get caught on their way back. But 4 Colossi is kind of insane, and here's some Stalkers getting warped in. 12 more Hydras on the way. This is a dangerous position for Dark. I don't think he realized his Lurker Den died. I do not think he registered that that was being targeted and killed. Maybe just now he's seeing it because he's looking over here. But I think he's more focused on this. Astrea going to try to dive in with the Oracles. Gets out of there, but didn't get any damage done. Astrea's 4th base is done. Dark is mining here. He's not bothered to put gases down. He's just mining minerals right now. Trying to keep his drone production up at this base. It's got to be on separate hotkeys so he doesn't make units from it. Finally, a new Lurker Den has gone down for Dark. But he is on Hydra Ling right now with no upgrades. Astrea doesn't have upgrades either, but it's 4 Colossi, guys. He's got a couple of Immortals now, too. A bunch of Stalkers. Astrea's army is terrifying, and Dark, he's just evacuating the 3rd. He's letting it die. Astrea realizes that means you don't have enough to fight me. I'm going to keep pushing and see if I can't get you done here. But the Vipers are out. Can he get the yoinks? He doesn't have a ton of energy on them, but it is enough to pull 1, 2, 3 Colossi. Oh, 2 of them get saved by the Warp Prism, though. Is it enough for Astrea to hold on back here? He doesn't have a lot of units left. The Warp Prism gets gunned down. Astrea's army gets destroyed. However, there's a fun fact for you. Astrea can rebuild that army. Dark, I mean, he can and will rebuild his army as well, but it's not pretty for him, man. He lost his 3rd. While he keeps his drones alive, he's only on 55 workers, so yeah, he's got a 4th base, but he's not on 4-base economy. He's got a new 3rd coming up, and he's going to retake this one, so he will go up to, I guess, 5 bases. The real problem right now for Astrea is those Vipers. Oh, wait, did he kill them? Oh, my God. The Stalkers sniped down all 3 Vipers. I didn't notice. I was looking at the Abducts and not the Stalkers sniping down those Vipers. Astrea killing Vipers while saving those Colossi for at least a little bit. That is actually insane. And now he's going to be able to rebuild his army. I still don't hate Astrea's position here, guys. But Dark is definitely pulling it back. He's got a Viper out and I think a second one on the way here. He's got Lurkers being built. He's going to be on 5 bases on his side of the map in a couple of minutes. This base has gone undetected, and he has mined a lot from it. I mean, I guess I can believe
to kill your props.
that Astrea hasn't spotted this, but it's kind of crazy that he has not been over here with anything at all. And I think Astrea needs to get, I was just going to say, he needs to get some High Templar. He's got Storm on the way. So High Templar are next on the menu for him. There they are. To feed back those Vipers. And obviously Storm's going to be very good against these units as well. Not so much the Lurkers, but against the Hydras and potentially any Lings that come out, they'll be very good. Both players are, they're going for upgrades, but not too dissimilar in them. +2's on the way here for Dark. Just finished up for Astrea. At this point, it's about unit composition. It's about mining. But Dark's economy, it's shot way up. He's in a great economic spot now. It's been pretty back and forth this game. But Dark's position is fantastic. Even if he lost this base at this point, I still wouldn't hate it. That's how good his position is. Losing the drones here would be painful, but... Oh. Astrea, please. Just send it over here.
We have exhausted all the minerals in the
Dark is on 15 Lurkers. There's just not much anti-Lurker here for Astrea. He has built a few Immortals, but he cancels that base immediately. He's built a few Immortals, and he has quite a bit of Storm. Storm doesn't do like a ton to Lurkers, but laying down splash damage on these units, it can still do a lot over time. Dark is working his way forward. 11 more lurkers on the way. Jesus. That is so many. That's insane. More of them diving forward. I don't know. I think Dark's going to have too much here. He's got the lurkers. Oh, the Vipers come in. Going to just yoink and kill 2 Immortals immediately. A Storm goes down. Can he get the feedbacks on the Vipers? I don't know, man. He's just trying to lay storms down on these lurkers and do a little bit of damage at a time. But there might just be too much here for Dark. He gets a kill on a lurker. It's better than nothing. There's the feedbacks. But 1 Colossus is going to bite the dust for it. However, Disruptor pops out. I know he's got double Disruptor production here. But he's going for Immortals at the time, for the time being. A bunch of Zealots warp in. Astrea's going to try to get in there. He is trimming off some of these lurkers. Oh, but Dark's hitting on this side as well. He's morphing 6 more lurkers over here. And he's just going to dive in. Another Storm lands. It's going to pop 1, 2, 3 more lurkers going down. I mean, this is not nothing. Double Disruptor going to get a couple more kills. This one dives too far forward. Granted, Dark is still on 19 lurkers. Jesus. I keep thinking, oh, well, the lurker count's got to be going down, right? No, dude, it's just not. Astrea's trying to get into carriers now. I don't hate in theory, but I think in practice it's not likely to get too much done. Colossus gets yoinked, which is going to help these Hydras out against it. Oh, Dark not watching. Disruptor Nova's getting some good hits there. This side is getting pushed back. These lurkers are just kind of chewing on a gateway right now. Granted, Astrea doesn't have a 5th base, and that's a big problem for him at the moment. But he's held off one side, except for this 1 3 hit point lurker. So he only has one side to focus on. There's the yoink on the Colossus. Down it will go. No more splash damage against the Hydras, except for the Disruptors. Are still very scary. Super Shield Battery trying to buy some time. Astrea, though, he just has no mining at this base, and he's running out of mining in his main as natural right now. He needs this 4th base. He needs a 5th base, and Dark doesn't want to let him have it. Dark knows there's no Colossi left. The Hydra reinforcements are looking good. Where are the Storms? There they are. Some beautiful Storms, but I don't know if it's going to be enough for Astrea. Disruptor Nova's getting some good connections. The Immortals trying to push through. There's the Cloaking Field. There's no detection for Dark. And Mama is here to keep Astrea alive for a little bit longer. This game will continue. The 4th base stays alive. There's 2 carriers out now. But I don't know how much longer it's going to keep going. Dark, he's sent a Queen over here, guys. He's just using this base. He's building units from it now. This is insane. I cannot believe this base has gone completely undetected. Astrea is going to be kicking himself. That stasis trap is actually so sick. The Viper, though, it gets an abduct on one of the carriers, which is massive. This lurker on the backside is just going to do enough damage to be annoying. It went down to 3 hit points at one point. Mothership is pretty much out of stuff to do here. It's just going to sit back here and die. And it looks like Dark's going to have enough to push through. Astrea, he was in such a good spot in this game, but Dark able to pull it back after holding off that attack with the 4 Colossi. Going into big lurkers. Archon's trying to morph. What are these massive? These Archons look crazy. GG gets called, and Dark takes the 2-1 victory. My God, what an insane game, dude. From a proxy hatch to a hidden base to double Stargate and no other production for Astrea. Absolutely insane game number 3. But Dark will be heading to the grand finals of this week's EPT Cup. Hot damn.